Hey everybody, welcome to Action Figure Window Shopping episode 12. As usual, this week I'm going to go through and take a look at some cool toys and collectibles that got me interested over the past week, and now I'm going to share them all with you. Now, it's tradition at this point, every single week, and I said this in other videos, McFarlane Toys always has something new to show us. It's really quite cool. Every single week there's new news. So let's take a look. There's quite a few things here. So, just announced recently over on the McFarlane Toys Instagram page, we got a couple new figures that are available for pre-order now. Unfortunately, they're exclusively at Target. So let's take a look at this Batman, definitely one that we have not seen before, and I'm going to mispronounce this, but it's the Zur-En-Ar, maybe, Batman. Like I said, it's going to be exclusive to Target. Every time I saw this Batman, I thought it was kind of cool just because these colors are so unusual, and they clash, but they work. So we got some red, we got some yellow, and we got some purple. And Batman's got that little spiked bat there. So a little description behind this is Bruce Wayne took part in an isolation experiment overseen by Dr. Simon Hurt, in which the psychiatrist gave Bruce the post-hypnotic phrase Zur-En-Ar. And when he heard it years later, it triggered Bruce Wayne and shattered his mind and leaves him wandering in Gotham City in a daze. So yeah, that's a pretty cool looking Batman there. And then also we get a brand new Superman from Earth 3, in this case Ultraman, also unfortunately exclusive to Target. And this is also going to be the first time that at least that I've heard about this new Build-A-Figure. So the Build-A-Figure is going to be Starro. If you looked at the Suicide Squad, the most recent Suicide Squad, then you are familiar with Starro. So this Superman is going to come with one of the Build-A-Figure pieces for Starro, and it's going to be 4 pieces altogether. Now, if you read this description, it says the Build-A-Line will assemble an adult Starro, and the rest of the Build-A lineup will be released throughout 2022. So to me, this sounds like what they did with the Jokerbot, in that they released basically a new figure with a new Build-A-Figure piece about every other month. And so you had to just keep going back to Target and getting those so that you can complete the entire wave. Now, if this is going to be anything like that, you got to get on it when you can, because there's going to be several months before they reach the end of that line so you can get the final piece. And if you don't already have them all over on the third-party markets, the price is going to go up like crazy. So if this Ultraman figure is similar to the first Batman Beyond that had the Jokerbot pieces, I think that thing right now goes for like $90. It's kind of crazy. So if you are remotely interested in building up this Starro and you don't want to pay heavily for all the pieces or for this figure in general later down the line, you have to bite the bullet, get it from Target. It's the only way. Unfortunately, it's the only way. All right, so if you look on the back of this box that this is going to come with, you see, like, down at the bottom, they show you the different figures in this particular wave. They don't tell you exactly what those figures are, so we're going to do a little bit of guessing here. So we already know that we're going to get Ultraman. We already know that this is going to be the Crime Syndicate of America. So we got this first figure here. Zoom in a little bit. It looks like she's wearing a skirt that looks like a little skirt piece, and then we have 2 other figures that look like dudes. So based on this comic book art here are the figures that I think that we're going to get in this line. Now for the woman, I believe is going to be Superwoman, which is the evil Wonder Woman. You can see her right there at the bottom right. And then I also think that we're going to get Owlman, which is the evil version of Batman. He is right there on the left, right behind Ultraman. And also I think we're going to get well, we got all the characters up here. So you got Ultraman, you got Superwoman, Owlman, and then Power Ring / Emerald Knight, which is kind of like an evil Green Lantern. And then there's going to be Johnny Quick, which is like the Flash. And then we have Atomica. So I think the 4 figures are going to be Ultraman, Owlman, Superwoman, and maybe I want to say Johnny Quick. I want to say Johnny Quick, but I'm probably going to be wrong about that. But I don't think it's going to include Atomica. I think it's going to be either Johnny Quick or Power Ring. And all those four figures, they will combine their Build-A-Figure pieces to make to make Starro. So we can look forward to that throughout 2022. And when they reveal other figures, we'll have confirmation. Now, some more figures that are going to be coming out from McFarlane. Here is the DC Future State Batman, which we found out about weeks and weeks ago from, I think it was that site in the Philippines that had a whole bunch of these figures listed out. So this is going to be the DC Future State Batman here. And then also another DC Future State Batman. And this is going to be the Tim Fox version. Very excited about this guy in particular. If you don't know who Tim Fox is, the son of Lucius Fox, he looks just like this. So I would like to have an unmasked version of him too. McFarlane probably knows that, so he's probably going to release another version of this DC Future State Batman with the unmasked face. And darn it, I'm going to have to get him too. All right, so March 2022, so not too far away. And these are not exclusive, so you'll be able to order these wherever you get your DC Multiverse figures. And right before we kind of wrap things up on the McFarlane front, I want to go to the McFarlane Toy Store website, because if you are not familiar, occasionally they do have some interesting deals and some sales going on that you normally wouldn't find in any other place. So if you look right here, here's the next Batman and Dark Detective Future State bundle. It comes with 2 figures and it's for $33.98. So you'll be saving a little bit of money on that. You're going to have to factor in shipping, and shipping might just strip away whatever savings you get. But I don't know, maybe if you had a bad experience dealing with other retailers with your pre-orders and you want to give the McFarlane Toy Store a shot, you can probably do that here. And here's some other figures that they have available for sale or just for regular pre-order. Here's the Titan Joker that we mentioned in one of the earlier videos. This figure is going to be cool. I'm definitely going to be getting him. And if you want to get the entire Endless Winter bundle, you can do that, and it'll cost you $84.96. Not too thrilled with this Build-A-Figure line or with the characters in general, but you know, it's always tempting because they're Build-A-Figures. You want to get the Frost King, you're going to have to do that. Buy them all individually if you want. And then last thing I want to show you here is they have a couple, they have a 3-pack and a 2-pack. So here's the Robin Damien Wayne version that I showed last week. And then there's an unmasked gold label version available as well. And you can get both of those for $24.99 from the McFarlane Toy Store. So the masked and the unmasked variant. And then if you want to get those two, in addition to the Clayface, which is being sold individually for $39.99, and you want to get this Batman to go along with it, you can get all 4 of these figures, $79.97. All right, so that's straight from McFarlanetoysstore.com. Check it out and see what other deals that they may have available throughout the future. All right, so that's going to be enough from McFarlane. Something new that NECA revealed recently was the second figure in their collaboration with Universal Monsters. So the first one was going to be Raphael as Frankenstein's monster. That's available for pre-order. Another one that just was revealed is going to be Leonardo as Hunchback. And of course, this figure looks cool, just like the Raphael did. And I'm definitely going to be picking this up as well. So let's just take a look at some of the artwork for this. And I love the fact that his shell opens up and you can store those accessories. It's the perfect excuse to have something like this, because normally what do? Well, I'll tell you what I do with my accessories. I put them in like a little freezer bag and I stick it in the closet, and they're just filled with guns and knives and heads and hands and all kinds of stuff that I'm probably never going to use again. So it's cool to be able to store some of this in Leonardo's shell. So we got some flaming swords here. We're going to go through all these pictures. Looks great, right? Looks great. And we got that brain. Let's look over some other details. It's NECA, so you know it's going to be in the 7-inch scale. And here we go. Raphael is Frankenstein's monster, sold separately. Comes with 6 alternate hands, 2 katanas, a brain in a jar, 2 shovels, a bone, a skull, and 2 flame effects. All that for $37.99, which I think is a pretty good price. I'm not sure if it's going to be cheaper in other places, because sometimes Big Bad Toy Store can be more expensive than others. But even if it was $37.99, I still think that's a great deal for this figure. He looks amazing, good amount of accessories, it is a go. And continuing with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stuff, Diamond Select just revealed this diorama statue that they have of the last Ronin. And Diamond Select has decent statues and they don't cost too much. So this one is $50, coming out in July, and it features the last Ronin. And if you are not familiar with this particular comic book series, it features one lone Ninja Turtle in his path of revenge because the other three are dead. And Master Splinter is also dead. I'm not going to say anything else about it, just in case you haven't heard of it and you want to read it, and I don't want to spoil anything. But here's the statue. And if you haven't read the story, then you're not going to know who this turtle is. But yeah, you can see that there's some weapons here. There's some more weapons along the back, but hey, you can figure out who it is on your own if you would like to. It's going to be 10 inches tall, made of plastic, of course, and the last Ronin comic book is still going on, so it's not over yet. So you're going to get this Ronin running around in the landscape, and Casey Jones's mask, as you can see right there, is in the rubble. Casey's dead too. All right. Now, here's a couple of interesting things. These arcades. So this is the 1943 Replicate Amusements Overhaul Edition 1/6 scale limited edition arcade cabinet. Now this is on Big Back Toy Store because you can use this with 12-inch figures. So if you got some 12-inch figures and I don't know, maybe you're creating some kind of, arcade diorama or something like that, or you just want to make things look a little bit interesting, then this 1/6 scale arcade machine that actually works might be something that you want to consider getting. So you can play this, Of course, the buttons are going to be small, but it's doable. This particular one has old school arcade game. I mean, old Capcom arcade game, 1942 and 1943, the Battle of Midway. And then also has some premium features like a die-cast metal coin door, security bar, padlock, micro switch, back top joystick and buttons, yellow team moding, customizable operator dip switch settings, and a bonus arcade stick in the rear storage. So they're going to have 3,000 of these. And you can also plug this into HDMI. So if you don't want to just with the tiny buttons, you can plug it into HDMI and play it on your TV or on your monitor. But if you are interested in a big arcade, 1/6 scale arcade that maybe you can pair with some figures, or maybe you're just kind of interested in these things in general, then you can pick this up. It comes out near closer to the end of the year, $170. Here's the official website if you would rather buy it from New Wave. And here's all the things that it comes with, so you can have a good idea of what you're going to get. And as you can see, it comes with a mini arcade stick, a $20 value, yours for free. Now, the last thing that I want to show, I wanted to wrap it up, as I usually do most of the time, with something that is pretty big and cool and expensive that I can't buy, but I wish I could. And it is this amazing looking statue from Prime 1 Studio, 1/3 scale Dark Knight's Metal Masterline Superman Deluxe. So this is another evil Superman. I guess that's the theme for this week. And this statue is just, oh man, it looks cool and it's grim too. Look at that Batman skull. That tells you something. So of course, you got this diorama filled with skulls. And then you get some deluxe parts. You got the regular head, and then you have the red eyes Superman look. I cannot read that. It's in Japanese, but swappable hand part. Yeah, so let's just go through all this. So that armor on Superman looks really good. I would love it if McFarlane created a version of this. This is from Dark Knight's Metal, and they already did a whole bunch of Dark Knight's Metal stuff. And the Superman that we got was not this Superman. It was the guitar playing, long hair type of Metalocalypse Superman. But I would really like to see this one with the skull armor and stuff. And he just looks absolutely menacing. Let's take a look at some details about him. He's 35 inches tall, which equates to almost 3 feet tall. So it's a pretty big statue. He has a real fabric cape, a couple of head sculpts, interchangeable left arms, and a bonus left hand part. I don't know why that has to be considered a bonus, guys. I mean, if you're going to be charging, $1,444 $444 on a statue, and you're like, dude, we're going to give you an extra hand as a bonus. I'm like, yeah, just throw it in the box. It's not a bonus. You're paying a lot of money for this. With a $216.75 non-refundable down payment, give me the darn hand and don't tell me to thank you for it later. But anyway, yeah, really cool statue. I wish that we had like some actual photos of the statue and not just this artwork, but it's Primal Studio. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely divine. So that is one for the wish list that will never be fulfilled. Made of polystone and fabric. Good stuff. All right, you guys. So that is it for this week for the action figure window shopping. A lot of McFarlane stuff, but like I said, they're consistent with revealing new things all the time. So chances are they're going to be in the forefront of pretty much every video that I do here. All right, so I'm going to be back next week with some more stuff, more likely McFarlane stuff. And yeah, that's it. Thanks so much for watching. Till next time, I'm Jeremy. Talk to you later.